Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Hello. So everybody's got their audio on for the moment and their cameras. Please do say hello, and then I'll ask you to mute so that it doesn't disturb the call.
I'll call you back, James.
Hi, good morning.
Morning,
good morning, my colleague here.
Good morning.
Morning.
Morning, everybody.
Morning.
Nice
Morning.
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 Morning, everyone.
Brilliant, fantastic, like that little hum. Just to let you know that we're recording this. So yeah, if you want to switch your camera off, feel free to do so. This is being operated as a meeting rather than a webinar. So you've all got control of your own cameras and microphones, but please try and use the chat for any questions. That will make it a lot more streamlined. You'll see my colleague Jordan Whitefoot there. He's going to be monitoring the chat. If there's any obvious questions he can answer straight away, he will. If not, we'll save them up and bring them out further down. So my name's Ant Parsons. I work with OxLEP Business, and as you can see with the logo here. And today I'm going to host this discussion, launch, breakfast meeting, whatever we want to call it, about the Growth Hub and the broad range of support that we've got available for businesses in Oxfordshire. If you're not from Oxfordshire, then you're still welcome. Feel free to listen in. A lot of what we're talking about might not be directly available for you, but a lot of it will be available through your local enterprise partnership. So while you're here, you might as well stay and listen. And I've still got lots of people coming in through the waiting room. So really today is about sharing and promoting the different support that we've got. We know we've got a lot of businesses on the call who we already work with, people that we know well, people that we've supported over the last 2 to 3 years or the last 2 to 3 months. So there's lots of different experience to be shared today. So I'm not going to delay us anymore. I'll keep admitting people, and I'm going to spotlight Helen Brind, who's the Growth Hub manager.
Good morning, everybody. And yeah, job title is Growth Hub Manager, but they'll probably do so much more than that. So just to give you a little bit of context as to what a Growth Hub is, you may have heard of Growth Hubs, you may not have done. We're one of 38 around the country, which is why when Ant just said, you know, if you're not from Oxfordshire, don't worry, keep listening, because we will be able to signpost you to your own Growth Hub. In terms of support that they're offering. You know, what are Growth Hubs about, what we're here for, the narrative that is very much talked about through government is about signposting businesses to support that is available, whether that be locally through the Growth Hub or the national initiatives, which we've seen a lot of over the last 14 months. So what are we all about, I guess? So we recognise that the challenges that are being posed by COVID-19 and EU exit, and that's disrupted businesses of every shape and size over the last 14, 15 months and potentially years to come. So we play a key role in supporting Oxford businesses to recover and grow at the pace that suits them. We have strong links with partner organisations across the county and beyond, and we're very much about providing advice and guidance to help you shape your business. We recognising businesses are ever evolving, as is the business support landscape, as is the business landscape. And we have access to expertise from a number of different sectors across the county and further afield. So as businesses grow, we recognise their need to acquire, maintain and increase market share. And the Growth Hub leads the way with relevant one-to-one support, grants and workshops. You know, we're here very much here to support you. I'm really excited about what we have done in the last 14 months to support Oxfordshire businesses. We know it's been really difficult for businesses, and we had a game-changing level of support last year. I'm really excited about where we're heading to in the next 12 months, which you'll find out more about as we go through this session. So I'm going to hand back to Ant, I think, at that point.
Okay. So can you see my slides? Rhys, I can see your head. So if you nod, I'll know you can see my slides. Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you. So why are we here? Well, Helen's just described a little bit about the Growth Hub. And I shared this slide last week just to say, you know, come along, hear about what we're doing in the Growth Hub and what offers of support we may be able to give you. So I realised this a couple of weeks ago. Over the last 12 months, we've been carrying out the biggest business survey that Oxfordshire has ever had. We know what 1,200 businesses need, and we've shaped the support that is now being provided based on those needs. So we're carrying on with that business survey. That number's going up. One of the key calls to action that we've got for businesses today is if you've not yet completed the business support tool on the OxLEP website, then please do. So I'm not going to just talk about our support. I'm going to talk about what businesses say about our support. So a business here called Juice Recruitment and HR Services won't come as a surprise that over the last 14 months, their business has been hit quite hard. COVID-19, big impact on Juice HR. So they had to shelve their hospitality division. There was no point doing recruitment for a sector that wasn't operating. And they knew they needed to act. The business was going to go down. So they approached OxLEP. They came through the business support tool. OxLEP provided signposting through that business support tool. They provided advice, one-to-ones and support. We provided a grant. They applied for a Kickstart grant and got one that they used to help expand their market. And we referred them to financial planning training, which helped them. So through that, they're now back into growth. They've expanded their portfolio. Their recruitment for hospitality has come back, obviously. So business is growing really well. Can you see Lucy now? Yes, excellent. So Lucy's going to speak for herself.
Hi there, my name's Lucy and I'm the creator of Save My Knickers. Save My Knickers is a stain removing powder that removes blood stains from underwear, clothing, bedding, pyjamas or anything that you happen to get blood on. And I'm here today to say thank you to OxLEP and the Peer Support Network programme. So I'm a children's physio in the NHS by background, and I knew nothing 2 years ago when I started on this journey about how to start a business or run a business, anything. And OxLEP have been there every step of the way to support me. When I had the opportunity to sign up for the Peer Support Network, I jumped at the chance, and I'm really glad that I did because our group is amazing. Everybody is really supportive. And we've got a lovely diverse range of businesses, people from different backgrounds with different levels of experience. And it's been amazing to talk to everybody and share that knowledge and experience. So I would highly recommend it to anybody that's considering signing up. It will be the best thing that you'll ever do. Thanks, everyone.
So lovely little video there from Lucy. We've got lots of videos, but they're all over the place. And I decided not to challenge the tech too much today. So moving on then. We have a broad offer of support that is relevant for whatever stage your business is at. So this is a small snapshot of our customer journey map. If you're a pre-start business, if you've just got an idea, we've got things to help you. If you're in that startup phase, you know, you've established your business, but you're moving towards your first customer sales, getting your products to market, etc., then we can help you. If your business is growing, then we've got relevant programs for you. If you're a scale up, we've got a program that's designed exactly for you. But if you're an established business and you feel as though everything is great, then we can still help you. Whether your business is struggling or thriving, the support that OxLEP has got for you. I'm going to skim through some of those different elements now. So Startup Club. So we trialed this last November and it was a huge success. We engaged well over 130 individuals and early businesses between November and March of this year. And it's there specifically to help the businesses to create and test their first business plan, to understand the right way in which to set up a business, how to think about getting their new products and services to market, and then how to think about, having got those basics right, how can they then plan for growth? So it's a community approach. It's club. We have a series of webinars. You can get access to the Startup Club by completing the business support tool. And here's one of the fantastic businesses. I absolutely love this, not just because it's linked to beer, but Roots Brew Space have provided us with a case study. This will be going on our website over the next week. But they're setting up a community brewery in the heart of Oxford. And they've got some goals, they've got some challenges. They're not fully operating yet, but as you can see there, they are brewing. and they joined the Startup Club, and they've said without that support, they wouldn't be where they are today. We then have our Foundations to Growth programme. So businesses that are a bit beyond the startup support, but they've got the foundations in place and they want to really move forward and accelerate towards growth. This is for those ambitious and passionate businesses that really, really want to push ahead. We use action learning. It's a sort of peer network type approach. 6 sessions, helps the businesses to form a network, helps them to explore their own challenges and other people's challenges and learn more about business, and really does accelerate. We did 2 trial programs of this in February and March, worked really well. One gentleman who may be with us today, Stephen Spencer, he has a company called Stephen Spencer and Associates. Now, he was in a trial version of our Foundations to Growth programme, and I'm really pleased to share this little image, which Stephen came to us and said, well, I've got tools, I've got ideas, my business has been going for years, but I've got these tools and ideas that are going to help the hospitality industry to reopen. Couldn't have been any better, couldn't have been better timed. So we challenged him as a group to get his MVP ready in time for the businesses to reopen. And what I'm thrilled about is that he's out there active now, helping businesses to reopen and to establish sustainable long-term businesses, not just businesses that will survive between lockdowns. So moving on then, one-to-one support. I think a lot of businesses think of this as being the sort of pinnacle, and sometimes it is. One-to-one support is really, really important for some businesses. I want you to see this in the context of everything that's available. It's a key tool and we use it wisely, and we can offer coaching, mentoring and business advisors that cover all of those topics that are there: sales, growth, leadership. We can focus on construction, we can focus on agri-tech, we can focus on health tech, we can help you connect in with the NHS, we can do marketing, whatever it is, we've got one-to-one support to help you. But we like to support the businesses across all of the programs. So this is there, but don't see it as a sort of, the be all and end all. Wico website app and design came through some of our one-to-one support. Worked on, so Wico during lockdown lost a couple of big companies, left him in a lot of debt. Came to OxLEP, worked with OxLEP through one-to-ones, and from that then joined our peer networking program and has built a really strong support network that's really helping him and motivating him and growing his business and growing new customer bases again. And there are some of our one-to-one advisors. So there's 20 one-to-one advisors there that are available to support businesses across Oxfordshire. As I say, they cover a broad range of topics. Some of the faces there will be familiar to you, some of them won't. But yeah, we can connect you up with the right people for the support that you need. And then this is a completely new scheme that we brought in. So I'm not going to be able to tell you what businesses think of this. So we call it NED for a day. So NED being a non-executive director. But this is specifically targeted at the bigger businesses that have got strong plans for growth. So if you are, 6, 7 staff, you've not yet got yourself a non-executive board, but actually it would be really useful, then you can apply for this program. One of our NEDs will carry out a business review with your leadership team, spend 2 hours with you, and then they'll provide a further 6 hours of support on agreed priorities, which help you and your business to grow and thrive. So something that we've brought into the program for bigger businesses. Hopefully that's of interest to some people here today. And then our broader webinar program. So many of you will have seen some of the events that OxLEP puts on. You'll have seen that there are webinars. There's one tonight at 7 p.m. on build a LinkedIn profile that works. So if you're on LinkedIn and you're still not quite sure why or whether you're getting the value out of it, then join that one at 7 o'clock tonight. 98% of the attendees on our webinars feedback that they would apply their learning. So that's got to be good use of your time or your staff's time. So more webinars are being added all the time. The link there, oxfordshirelep.com/events, very easy. So I've got 2 more slides. So just a head up to Sophie and Sarah, we're nearly ready for you. So 2 more slides from me. So the Peer Networks program. You heard Lucy talk about that earlier. So Peer Networks programme is for innovative businesses, for businesses that want to grow fast, for ambitious businesses. We have a number of different elements to our Peer Networks programme. One element, the businesses have to have 5 or more staff, but if you've got less than 5, if you still tick the innovative or ambitious, then we can still explore what programme is right for you. Last year, we supported more than 153 Oxfordshire businesses through the Peer Networks programme. They had over 250 hours of collaborative problem solving where they worked together on each other's challenges, 186 one-to-ones, which was good, but every business was eligible for 4 hours of one-to-one. So that's nowhere near the support that they could have had. They could have had 600 hours of one-to-one. And the value of the programme is over £2,000 per business. So if Peer Networks sounds like it's of interest to you, then we are recruiting now. We've got 4 groups starting in June, and we've got a couple of spaces left in 2 of the groups. So it'd be great to get more applications and fill those groups. And one of our Peer Networks participants from last year, we chatted with him and we said, you know, what would you say to people who are considering joining the Peer Networks programme? And this is Steve G, the Managing Director of G-Force Logistics in the county. And he said, just do it. Don't give it a second thought. The programme has been fantastic for him. He's really valued it. And he's now one of our advocates promoting it to others. So the link to apply is there. oxlepbusiness.co.uk/peer-networks.
Morning, everybody. So yeah, I'm Sophie, Programme Executive for ISFB. ISFB is an innovation support for business programme. It's been running since 2017 and it's part funded by the European Regional Development Fund. So ISFB supports Oxfordshire's innovative entrepreneurs and SMEs. We have a range of support through the programme. So the innovation support products include advice and guidance and signposting, one-to-one support through our specialist innovation advisor, Peter Russell. So the one-to-one support can link your company to innovation community and the research and knowledge base, help you take plan for taking advantage of opportunities and overcoming challenges, and recommending support opportunities tailored to your business. We also have a range of webinars on specialist innovation topics. We have grants available. Our Go Create grant, innovation grants, are 3-to-1 co-investment. We have grants available from 1k up to 50k. Grants could be for investment in product and service development, developing pilot lines, early product validation, and a number of other things. So we have lots of information available on grants if you want to get in touch regarding those. And we also have co-funded facilities. We have the Eco Business Centre in Bicester, which has a co-working shared space in the building, and we also have the Agile and Prototyping labs in Begbrook. The Agile lab is a shared wet laboratory and adjoining co-working office, complete with shared equipment, dedicated lab technician, and access to Begbrook's other facilities and opportunities. Next slide, please, Ant. I've just put a few businesses on there that ISFB supported through the programme. These businesses have all received a Go Create grant. And as you can see, there's a kind of a range of sectors there: digital, creative, technology, arts, education. And they've all, had a range of projects that we've been able to support through the programme. So yeah, if you have any questions on ISFB, then please get in touch on the business email address, which I'm sure will be shared at the end of the slides. Thank you.
Thanks, Sophie. Sarah. Sarah is our Escalate Programme Manager, and she'll tell us about the Escalate Programme.
Thanks, Ant. Good morning, everybody. Yes, I'm Sarah Beale. I'm the Programme Executive for the Escalate Programme. Similarly to ISFB, it's an ERDF funded project. We've got slightly less time left on this one than the ISFB programme. It's due to end at the end of March next year, so just under a year of activity left for us. The support through this programme is available for growing businesses and scale-up businesses, as well as enterprises for social good. By scale-up, we use the scale-up institute definition, so businesses which have got 20% per year growth in employees or turnover, or both, all have aspirations for that. So if you're growing or want to grow, then it's absolutely the programme for you. In terms of the enterprises for social good, we've tried to be as broad in the statement as possible to make it clear how many organisations could benefit from this programme. By this we mean social enterprises, enterprising charities, and also purposeful businesses. And we've also been supporting businesses who aren't purposeful at the moment but would like to be and want support with that, including things like B Corp certification, which we've got a number of, well, we've had a webinar on that, and we've got a peer network group coming up. We've got a great team delivering this programme. Andrea Collins is our advisor on the on the scale up and growth side. And on the enterprises for social good side, we've got Oxfordshire Social Enterprise Partnership. So Grant Hayward is the one-to-one advisor, and Ashley Cavers is the programme manager within OxLEP, and they're on the call this morning. So hopefully in some of the breakout rooms, you might have a chance to have a chat with them as well. In terms of the support we've got available this year, there are no more grants available through the Escalate programme. Those have all now been awarded. So we've awarded 53 grants through the programme, which is a really great position to be in terms of the support we've been able to offer to businesses. The programme's still got lots and lots on offer, lots of one-to-one support available, as I said, through Andrea or through grants. We're also bringing in power hours, which we've been trialling throughout May. So that's an opportunity to book a one-to-one slot with a specialist in different sectors. So we've had ones on international trade, on PR, on social media, and lots of other topics. Those are all bookable via Eventbrite, and there's still slots available. They've been going really well, so we'll be continuing to deliver those throughout this year. We've got a series of webinars as well on a huge variety of topics. Some of those delivered through OxLEP, so focusing on the social enterprise side of the programme, and others which are available and more specific for growing or scaling businesses. And we've also got peer networks as well. So we've run quite a few of these already for social enterprise businesses and organisations, and we've got some more coming up in June. One for those working, for example, as I said, for B Corps, and also for those working with local authorities on climate change, which is like a really interesting group to be part of. And we've also just in the process of finalising the details of the peer networks, which will be coming up for scaling businesses, and we hope to go live with a bit more information over the next few weeks. But really, same message as we've given so far. If you're interested, get in touch with us on the email address, take a look at our events on Eventbrite. Anyone in the team would be more than happy to take you through the programme in a bit more detail and let you know what we can offer you. Thanks, Ant.
Brilliant. Thank you, Sarah. So a very, very quick run through there of the range of programs and support that OxLEP Business has. As I tried to highlight, we can support businesses at all stages. And there's something for everyone in there. So if you like being sociable, then join one of the networking type programs. If you're at a very early stage, then the Startup Club probably for you. If you've got a really specific challenge to deal with, then maybe one of our one-to-one advisors can help you on that, whether that's through ISFB, Escalate, or the wider program. So definitely something for everyone.
Excellent. Hopefully everyone can see me and hear me. And thank you very much for the introduction and for asking me to speak here today. Lick me, I'm delicious. So I really bet you're wondering what I'm going to talk to you about over the next 10 minutes. Is it a hobby? Is it a proposition? No. I'm going to be talking to you about our company. We provide incredible event inventions. That's not easy to say on a Thursday morning. Incredible edible inventions and experiences for summer parties, private parties, team events, product and brand launches. You name it, we'll do it. And we're based right here in Oxfordshire. Can I get a show of hands? Hands up, who's heard of Lick Me I'm Delicious before? Hands up, who's heard of us before? Not too many, great. Well, not so great, but it proves why I'm here today. I'm going to give you a little taste of who we are. Another show of hands up, who's seen Charlie in the Chocolate Factory? This is Gene Wilder from the 1971 film. Lots of people, yeah. Most of us have seen the everlasting gobstoppers, the chewing gum meal, lickable wallpaper. Well, this is our version. This is our version of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory in the real world. So if you didn't think it was possible, well, I'm going to show you how anything really is possible. So I'm here today. I'm Rhys, I'm the managing director, but I need to introduce you to our Charlie. He's my partner in crime, and he's our very own wacky inventor. He loves food, he loves having a great time, he loves creating moments and experiences for people, and that's exactly how Lick Me I'm Delicious was born. The first thing he came up with was the Nitro ice cream buggy. So he wanted to make any flavor of ice cream at all. So Stilton, port, olives, basil, you name it. He wanted to throw it all into a mix, freeze it down, make ice cream, and then serve it up. And that's exactly what he did. From there, he's gone on to invent so many more machines. Let me take you through some of them. We've got the Nitro ice cream parlor, edible mist orbs. That's a flavored mist that you suck up with a straw. An instant logo pop maker that makes instant chocolates with any brand logo printed on the chocolate in cocoa butter. An edible fragrance factory. Who doesn't want edible fragrance, right? To spray on yourself and lick it off. Tipsy fountain, that's filled with 30 litres of cocktail that you could just help yourself to. A 60-mile-an-hour floss whizzer. A caramel popcorn exploder. A chocolate tap. An edible bubble volcano. Yeah, it shoots out edible flavoured bubbles that you can eat. We've got flavours like chocolate, banoffee pie, mint chopped chip, and here's the best thing. Yes, they can be alcoholic. So if you want pina colada bubbles, strawberry daiquiri bubbles, or whiskey bubbles, this is the machine for you. And our latest and my favorite invention, this is the edible balloon factory. Let me show you how it works.
Hit it! That's what I'm talking about. Wait! Okay, now.
How cool is that? Isn't that what you dreamed of as a child? Edible balloons. And they also taste delicious because they're all flavored in things like apple pie, bubblegum, chocolate cookie, or even if you're feeling a little bit wild, cucumber balloons. So we're event inventors. We build all these machines ourselves, and they're all unique to us. Now, who do we create experiences for? Let me give you a flavor of who we do experiences for. We work with clients such as Google, Disney, YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram. We did a super cool event for Instagram a couple of years ago at one of Jamie Oliver's restaurants, and Ant and Dec were there. That was a particular highlight for me, and they really are as short as people make out. But very lovely. They are very lovely guys. Our popularity has really grown internationally since COVID, and we're now also doing virtual events nationally and internationally. So we worked with Arla with their European division, Salesforce in the US and Canada, Astrazeneca. Anyone heard of Astrazeneca? So we've worked with Astrazeneca across the world with their teams. It's been a busy time for them, and so we've been helping them work on their ethos and their company, sort of bonding during lockdown. And Intel, we've worked in countries with Intel as far as Russia, Israel, Colombia, Mexico, and beyond. Some of our virtual offerings include the Flavor Explorer experience. So that's all about how we experience taste and flavor, how that combines with your senses to build really cool flavor and food experiences for yourself. And our latest virtual offering is the Edible Painting experience. So these have really helped us navigate through a really tricky 12 months for our business, along with the support that we've received from OxLEP, which we are really, really grateful for. So we do lots of events. We do loads of events, around about 250 events a year. And let me give you a quick insight into some of the events, the type of events that we do. Ritter Sport, they approached us because they wanted to relaunch their product in the UK, and they wanted to do it with a bang. They wanted to show their product off to a really big audience over a number of days in central London. So we worked with them to create an activation at a venue in Leicester Square. We personalised our inventions to their brand using their own chocolate. So we gave their customers a really unique experience. We made them feel really special and they absolutely loved it. Now, Prava, they came to us, they wanted to get into people's heads. They wanted to get into people's minds. So they wanted to be, they wanted Prava to be at the forefront of people's minds when they went to buy beer at the supermarket. And they wanted to do it nationally. So we came up with the Prava flavoured edible bubble. And we also made Prava sorbet. How delicious. And we travelled up and down the UK and we sampled to anyone and everyone who wanted to try it. Pretty cool, right? Now, this is a picture of Charlie and I playing tennis with ice cream cones and a strawberry. I really don't know why, but someone took a picture of it. But we're at Wimbledon, and for the last 6 years, we've been making ice cream for their hospitality guests. They wanted something luxurious. They wanted a luxurious experience. So we installed a custom-built nitro ice cream parlour that really gave that sense of a stylish, upmarket, exclusive experience. And we've been lucky enough to be back every year since. Now, as well as that big brand stuff, we also do work on the smaller events. So birthday parties, celebrations, Christmas parties, summer parties, end of COVID parties. I mean, especially as families and friends have missed out on so many celebrations. We're working with some lovely clients who are doing just that. And we're here to help you make the day as special and as memorable as possible, you know, to have your very own Willy Wonka experience. Now, I'm just coming to the end, but I'd like to end on something really a little bit different and fun. Now, I think I portrayed this image that Charlie's got ideas bursting out of his brain. So I'm going to present 4 different inventions to you, and I'd like you to tell me on the chat which invention or concept should we let him loose with next. So what invention or concept do you want Charlie to progress with next? Do you want the 0-calorie food bike, edible wallpaper, a jelly bean waterfall, or live food printing? Tell me on the chat which of those 4 concepts should we let Charlie loose with next? Do you want the 0-calorie food bike, edible wallpaper, a jelly bean waterfall, or live food printing? Let's have a quick scan. Jelly bean waterfall, edible painted, jelly beans, wallpaper, live food printing. Wow, it's a real mix. It's a real mix. I can't read these quick enough, but jelly bean waterfall, I know. I think jelly bean waterfall is one of my favorite. If we can work out the mechanics, delivery of COVID vaccines by bubbles by kids. Yeah, Neil, yeah, that would be fantastic, wouldn't it? Just chuck them all in a room with edible bubbles and they get their vaccine. Amazing, brilliant. I bet you didn't think you'd be choosing our next invention when I first started talking. Amazing. Thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed hearing a little bit about our wacky adventures. Do follow us on Instagram, connect with me on LinkedIn. I'll pop the stuff up on the screen now. Drop me an email. I'm always happy to talk to other businesses in Oxfordshire. The details are on the screen. I'll pop them in the chat as well. Thank you very much and have an amazing day.
That was really, really fantastic, Rhys. And I think, you know, I asked you to talk about your business and it's perfect. We're really, OxLEP is really proud to be working with you and helping you on those journeys. And there was definitely some things in there that I hadn't heard about before. So yeah, it's fantastic. And I think you've definitely got some new customers from the chat. There's lots of people that want to buy what you've got already and your edible waterfall of jelly beans. So that's really the presentation's over with. We wanted to share lots of content. We wanted to share lots of success examples of businesses that we've worked with. And we wanted everybody to really, you know, see OxLEP Business as something there to support any business in Oxfordshire. What we want to do now is we're going to jump into some breakout rooms for 10 minutes or so, and then we'll swap and join again, because really we want to support networking as well. So I will open some breakout rooms in a moment. I'll randomly allocate people into it. In terms of what we want you to talk about, well, it'd be great to introduce yourself and your business. If you've had some OxLEP support, then you know, how did that go for you? What worked, what didn't? And if you haven't had some OxLEP support, then what have you heard about today that you think, well, actually, we'd like to get a bit of that? Just have a chat amongst yourselves for 10 minutes. There are some people who've been pre-warmed up to facilitate, but because I'm randomly allocating, they may or may not be in your room. So have a chat, and yeah, I will give you 10 minutes or so, and then I'll bring you back, and then I'll reallocate you again so you can get to meet some other businesses, but hopefully an opportunity for the next 20 minutes or so to mingle and meet some new people. So Jordan, is there any questions on there while I just set up the breakout rooms quickly?
Thanks, Anne. Yeah, we've had a few come through directly to me. So I've got one here about mentoring. So what do I need to be eligible for mentoring? Is it free, and how much time do I get from that?
So the first step on everything is complete the business support tool. Basically, that's our front door for OxLEP Business. Get yourself registered with us. Then the mentoring, it depends what you're trying to achieve. If you can articulate what it is you want to achieve, then we can connect you up with one of our mentors, and you can spend some time with them and explore that. We don't. It's a bit of a holy grail. We don't have a sort of long-term mentoring program where we can connect someone up and they can spend, you know, a good 12 months with them and meet them on a monthly basis. We haven't got that sort of program. But there are plenty of those out there. There's ones run by Santander and others that are available. So we can signpost you to things like that.
And there's one around OSFB, if you want to pass that on so you can get on with and the breakout rooms. Someone's asked if they have to operate in a particular industry to access the innovation support.
Sophie, you want to?
Hi, sorry, I had my on mute. No, we as I said in the presentation, we've supported a range of sectors. So the eligibility criteria, you need to be an SME, so registered as on Companies House or as a sole trader or as a business. So yeah, just get in touch, and if you have further questions, we can get into the detail with you and explore that. But yeah, as long as you're registered as an SME, then yeah, you're eligible for support.
Great, thank you, Sarah. Sorry, Sophie. Thank you, Jordan. Okay, so the breakout rooms are open. You should have had a little invite to go and join. Please go and join. And I'll see you in 10 minutes or so back here. Have a really good chat with each other. Right, so hopefully you had some great discussions there, met some new people, chance for you to share details. You can connect on LinkedIn, I'm sure. So I'm now going to spotlight Helen and Jordan and myself, and we're going to move into the Q&A session. So there's been quite a few questions in the chat. If you haven't already added your question, you want to ask some more, please throw it in the chat. Unmuted yet? Pin 3. Okay, Jordan, over to you.
Yeah, so just a reminder, you can also, if you don't want your question to feature to everyone, you can just select me and send and fire a question across that way. But a lot of these questions be around a kind of our business support rather than the RDF programs. The first one is, do you have services that help with employment, recruitment, and other business development areas? So things around HR kind of help.
So if there's a skills element to that, Helen, do you want to just explain OxLEP skills?
Yeah, so we, as I mentioned in one of the breakout groups, within the LEP, we have quite a significant skills offer, and that's broken across a number of different areas. So we have our Skills for Business team, who will work with an organisation to really look at what skills that you need to identify, and then how you might, and signpost you then to the support that you might need. Some of that might be around HR practices. I know that on the enhanced offer this time, we have done, one of our clients has done a session on HR. You've also then got the rest of the skills team in terms of apprenticeships, kickstart schemes, etc. But we can join you up. So the whole point about what we do through the triage tool that Ant's mentioned is there'll be some questions in there around kind of those more skills elements, and we would signpost you then to the team to help you.
Julie's posted in the chat, what help can SMEs with less than 5 employees get?
Okay, so there's most of our programs are not exclusive to businesses with more than 5 staff. It's only one specific part of the peer networks program and the non-exec director for a day, but they are only parts of what we've got offer. So I would say the vast majority of everything else is available to businesses. So pre-start, so if you've just got an idea, you know, you've spent a bank holiday weekend chatting with friends and you've got an amazing idea and you're going to invent the next Hello Fresh or something like that, then, you know, we can help you. But equally, if you've got 3 staff and you've been operating for a couple of years and you're looking at how you can change a few things or grow, then we can help you as well.
Someone's looking for or asking if we provide any sales and marketing training at all, because they need to expand their customer base.
So the slide I showed right at the start, showing business needs, there's a number of different ways in which people have described it, but I would say expanding customer base, sales and marketing are by far the biggest requests that we get. A number of our one-to-one advisors are marketing and communication specialists. I know some of them are on the call today, but we also run regular webinars. Our most regular webinars are on a Thursday evening at 7 p.m. There's one tonight, and they're delivered by a company called Maverick. They are social selling experts. They focus heavily on LinkedIn, but they do use the other channels as well. All of their webinars are recorded and put onto their YouTube channel. So we've had LinkedIn professionals go on those sessions and send us feedback afterwards saying, oh my God, this is amazing. I've learned so much. I thought I was an expert. So if you're looking at how you can expand your market, I would say go through the business support tool. We can connect you with one-to-one advisors, but absolutely connect up with that webinar program and your staff as well. You know, let's get everybody thinking about how they use social media to grow our markets.
Sounds good. Someone's asked about the peer networks program and asking which one they should join, as they've seen there's more than one necessarily.
Yeah. We, as a team, we had a discussion about this and how can we communicate well enough so that people can make that choice for themselves. And we decided that it was a little bit too complicated to try to put out multiple different comms messages. So we're talking about one peer networks program. There's one application form. Then we'll have a conversation with you about which program we think is right for you, depending on the information that you share, the size of your business, what your business ambitions are. If you're a business with a social purpose, a force for good, then it's more than likely we encourage you to join the Escalate Peer Networks program. If you've got a really innovative new product you're trying to bring to the market, we'd more than likely engage you with the Innovation Support for Business program. If you're looking at a whole range of things and you meet the eligibility criteria for the other program, then we put you in the other one. We call it the BASE funded program, the Department for Business, Energy and Industrial Strategy. They're funding 165 businesses to go through peer networks over the next 12 months.
Brilliant. A bit of a kind of a high level question, this one, but will I ever have to pay for the service support that I get from OxLEP?
No, you're right for me to pick that up, Anne. Perfect, yes, thank you. So no, never. The support that we provide is free of charge. It comes at great value in terms of the advisors that we're using, but yeah, it's a free support and it never will be charged, and that's something we're very clear on.
Brilliant. And I've got one last one here, unless anyone wants to kind of start writing some questions in as I go. It's about the start. They've seen the startup clubs being featured on our Eventbrite and elsewhere. They wanted to know a bit more about what the startup club is, how can they get involved, and how would they be eligible for it?
Yeah. So eligibility is extremely low. You've got to have an idea and an ambition. Getting involved in it, again, is through the business support tool. So we've shared a link in the chat. We'll share links again. But you go onto the business support tool. It takes about 7 to 10 minutes to fill in. You provide some information about about you and what you're trying to do. If you're a pre-start, if you're just at that idea phase, there's a box for you to tick, and it removes some of the other questions. So you're not asked what your company registration number is, for instance. So you go through that. We're running it on a cycle. So there's a series of 4 core webinars around business planning, around new products, those sorts of things. And we're running those 4 times throughout the year. So the first sessions are coming up in June, then there'll be more in September, November, and then January, February. And then once you've joined in and started on those 4 core sessions, then, you know, through the conversations, through the networks, we expand the support that we offer, and we add further webinars in as and when. So as Helen mentioned, one of our clients offered to deliver a webinar on HR for startups last year. We did one on cyber security. We did one on SEO. So, you know, we bring in other topics. There's 4 core topics, and we add more as we go, based on what businesses say they need.
Great. Tim's asked in the chat, how long will ISFB's Go Create continue to be funded from the EU's ERDF as a consequence of Brexit?
Yeah, so all ERDF programmes are funded for a 3-year period. So Escalate, I think Sarah said we finish in June on that one, and ISFB is in December of next year. So both programmes end next year. We are waiting to hear about what comes next. There will be a next. We're just waiting to hear about what the next will be, the likely types of projects and the processes we will go through to apply. We have to apply for projects and funding.
Great. Yeah, that's all the questions we've had in. So again, if you've got time to fire a few more, then please do. But that's all we've got for the moment.
Great. Okay. Well, that's brilliant. I love the fact that we're able to finish a little bit early if we do, because that always pleases everybody. It was a great event. There was some great presentations. Oh my God, I've got to go and get some of this Lick Me I'm Delicious stuff. It's perfect for my next party, whatever. And we finished early, so perfect. So the calls to action then. So there are some great support available for OxLEP, for businesses in Oxfordshire from OxLEP. We cover the whole of Oxfordshire. So you know, there's no particular area that we focus on. We cover every sector. We're also well connected into the wider support network. So if we can't help you, we'll make sure that we connect you with somebody that can. There is no magic wand. If you desperately need £100,000 to keep your business going, we probably can't help. Free money is hard to get, but we have got so much support. Liz has kindly just posted in the chat again the link to the business support tool. As we say, that's the front door. It's really easy to complete. One of the questions in there is, do you consent to marketing from OxLEP Business? Let me just let you know, if you say no, you don't, and I understand why you might, but if you say no, and then we have an amazing grant program come out in July, we won't be able to tell you about it. We're not going to share your data with anyone so that they can sell stuff to you. So I would encourage you to tick that you will allow us to market so that we can let you know about the amazing business support that's coming through. If the peer networks is really appealing to you, then there's a link to that about to go in the chat as well, or you can find it, or we'll circulate it. But if you go through the business support tool, we'll refer you to those sorts of programs anyway. So I think that's it from us. It's been fantastic to have so many businesses engaged today. Really enjoyed it.
I just wanted to say thank you to everybody for joining us today. It's great to see so many new faces, but also people that we have been working with. Some people that we've been on a journey now for over 3 years. And to say thank you. Rhys, your presentation is amazing. I now know so much more about your business, so thank you. I think that probably really kind of got everybody really energized this morning, and thank you to those people that have been helping us with the facilitation in the groups as well. And thank you, Ant.
My pleasure.
And thank you, Jordan.
And a quick final word. I know there's a lot of people on here who are extremely well connected, well networked. We have so much support. There's 42,000 registered limited companies in Oxfordshire. And we want to make sure that they all know about the support that's available. So if you can tell a friend, if you can tell somebody else, please do spread the word. There's support here for all businesses. Thank you very much. Thank you, Helen. Thank you, Jordan. And yeah, thank you to Rhys and everybody else who shared today. So have a fantastic long bank holiday weekend when the sun is going to shine.